In this video, I'm going to show you a fire druid using a sundering charm and a Reaper's Toll mercenary that doesn't need infinity. That said, in order to get the most out of this build, you really do need Enigma. Flickering Flame takes it to another level, and then Phoenix takes it like over the edge, and then if you combine it with infinity as well, then it's like an S tier build. The ability to have the elemental safety of Cyclone armor even if it's at a low level. Then on top of that, have a constant powerful Armageddon raining down with fire damage and physical damage. And then volcanoes that give a lot of physical damage and can benefit from a +6 to Volcano Flickering Flame, possibly with other synergies on it as well. Here's all my stats though. Here's all my resistances and everything. Here's all my gear. So we got Hodo, Mage Fist, FCR Ring, really was just to add some lightning res for when we run into like a pack of souls. Arachnid's Mesh, FCR Ring with strength just to be able to hold the shield. Some random boots with some fire and poison res, pretty decent. I think I had these on before I made my Flickering Flame. But then we have Phoenix Shield, 210 Druid Amulet. That's to get us, I guess we don't really need it now. We could actually use a Mara's or something and get, I think, a little bit more, do we even have a Mara's around here? Yeah, it's not a really good one, but a little bit higher res than that amulet since we're over the 99 breakpoint. So I guess we got Mara's for the amulet now, Enigma, Flickering Flame. So this is essentially +6 to Volcano right here. And then it's got +4 to Armageddon. You could definitely get, you know, +6 to Volcano, +6 to Armageddon. That would have been disgusting. And then +3 to like Oak Sage or something would have been really cool. Then we got full elemental skillers aside from a Flame Rift Sundering Charm, which really changes this build a lot when that's paired with Flickering Flame and Phoenix. I was using this crystal sword with 6 facets in it, and it's more powerful than Hodo, but you don't get the res and you don't get the FCR, so it's like the teleporting's not as fun. I like Hodo more personally, and it's all skills, so some of your other skills that you have and stuff too, maybe that you one-pointed, are going to be stronger. So we got CTA and Spirit on swap, we got the Torch and Annie, a couple of random small charms. Here's the skills though, so we put max Armageddon. So this Armageddon literally does like 13,000 damage or something. Let me check. 11 to 12k. So we got 11 to 12k damage Armageddon. Then we got Volcano. Our Volcano's maxed out. We got Fissure maxed out. Molten Boulder maxed out. We almost got Firestorm maxed out. We're not high enough level yet. We got 1 point in Cyclone armor. So it's not even really high. If we were doing PvP or something, we would definitely have that way higher. And probably have it synergized. That's why Wind Druid is so goated for PvP. Nope, nothing in shape shifting, and then we just had 1 point in Oak Sage. This is only on players 1 just because this is my non-ladder character that I finally got to make a Flickering Flame with. But I just wanted to showcase that this can play fine and doesn't need Enigma. I mean, it does need Enigma in my opinion. It doesn't need it, but it's such a huge... It allows you to use it really efficiently to farm on like players 1, probably like players 3, players 5 or so. I feel like at a certain point though, those higher player counts are more valuable for XP. Look at this guy running from me. He's scared. He knows how strong the fire druid is. He's lucky I didn't have the Armageddon going. It would have been the end of his days. Watch them spawn right on it. Oh, I didn't predict it right. These molten boulders though, they're doing 3k damage and they're doing some physical and some fire. And the Armageddon's doing physical and fire damage. And it's always nice, even though I have good res, to be able to just block off some elemental damage that I'm getting. And that would definitely be more valuable, especially at higher player counts and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's never like a bad thing to have. So I mean, the Reaper's Toll even is kind of like a little bit of a buff for the Volcano's physical damage, for the Armageddon physical damage, and for the physical damage from Molten Boulder. I've gotten in the habit of like constantly recasting my Cyclone armor just because it can really keep you safe, especially if you get like in a situation where you're really low health, and run out of like mana or something, or don't have any potions. Feel like the one thing I have to recast a lot too is the soul, the spirit, but I don't really worry about it too much because I have that and my Cyclone armor like on really close hotkeys. I don't really feel the need to use Fisher or any, especially on players 1, any of the other fire skills. These are my favorite ones to use personally, and I think for this particular setup it's kind of a nice combination between physical damage and elemental damage, and I don't have to sit there and, you know, summon a whole bunch of like wolves and grizzly and all that stuff. That's one of the things I felt was just kind of tedious, and for my style of playing the game just kind of felt unnecessary. It felt like it got in the way of your efficiency with like magic finding with this character. So I tried to kind of solve that issue a little bit if I could. Reaper's Toll really helps with like those type of enemies and stuff. Even though like Infinity, they'd be taking like a ton more fire damage and shit. Not even really that much because they're really strong against fire anyways. So the safety that Reaper's Toll can provide sometimes is really clutch. Going bowling. Really like, I need to find an Eth Reaper's Toll. That's one thing I've been on the hunt for a minute. I've dropped so many Reaper's Tolls. I dropped like 2 or 3 of them in the past couple weeks, and every time I get them, I'm just hoping it's an Eth. And we're perfectly fine right here in the fire. It's the spirit that's a little bit fragile. This is definitely my favorite fire druid setup though so far. Let me know. Definitely let me know what your favorite one is. And I'm definitely always on the hunt for another for a better flickering flame base. See, these would be a little bit easier with infinity, but then at the same time we also wouldn't get decrep on them, so it is what it is. That spirit though, it never lasts during that wave. I guess let me check this matte pike. Screw it. If it was a matte spear, I'd take the time to go give it a gander, but getting the decrep on Bale is real important right here though. I feel like, just because it like holds them in place, and it just massively increases the efficiency of like the Volcano, the Armageddon, and the Molten Boulder. Nice. So there you have it, and it's good in cows. It's pretty much good anywhere in the game, honestly. Pretty fun build to play, one of my favorite recent ones to do some farming with. Everybody have a great day. Thank you for watching. Consider subscribing for more. Hit that like button to help push this in the algorithm, and I'll catch you on the next one.